Ciao. I am finally on. Sorry, that was weird. I thought that I knew how to use a new layout, but apparently I didn't. Hello everyone, very exciting to be live again. Lâu quá không live stream. It's been a long time. I see so many familiar names here, which makes me feel really warm, really like happy. So hello everyone. And I noticed that like a lot of you were already waiting for a while before the live stream even started, and I wanted to start on time, so I was just sitting here staring at the number in the message, feeling really like nervous. How's everyone doing? Mọi người có khỏe không? How's your Vietnamese? Tiếng Việt của mọi người thế nào? I hope that since my last live stream, everyone is still working on your Vietnamese hard, like still doing your homework, still watching our videos and practice. The most important thing is practice. So yeah, as I has informed you on our community tab, there are two reasons for the live stream today. Thanks to all your support, we have finally reached our goal of having 30,000 subscribers. And that might not sound like a big number for many other channels, but for us, like for everyone at TVO team, it's such a milestone, Why? Because reaching 30,000 subscribers means that we are now the second biggest channel in teaching Vietnamese online on YouTube. So that is quite a big statement, right? So thank you everyone for, helping us get here. Wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So yeah. Ciao, David. Hi, Vincent. Okay, let me just put this chat on the side so I can talk. I can see your messages at the same time. Yeah. Okay. So as I was saying, that's the first reason, because we reached 30,000 subscribers. The second reason is actually wasn't planned at the beginning, and then it just came up like, like a, how do you say, like a coincidence, like a nice idea. One of our subscribers, I think he's here. Hi, Philip. You sent a message earlier, so I think you're online. Philip is one of our subscribers, and he reached out to me recently, telling me about a organization that he's been supporting. He's been working for, and he's been sharing stories with me about that. And I had a look. I read about them, and to be fair, the story is quite inspiring. Like the last time that I felt so inspired to do something to make a contribution to a charity was when I was working with Blue Dragon. And so this is like the second time that I feel like I really want to do something for them. So yeah, that's all thanks to Philip. And so he introduced me to Maison Chance, which is an NGO that is based in Ho Chi Minh City. And after reading about their work and what they do and what they need at the moment, especially at a difficult time like this for everyone, I want to do something to support them, to make a small contribution to their work. That's why this live stream is also to raise money for Maison Chance as well. So you can see that I think yeah, I think, let me know if you don't see it, because again, I'm pretty low tech, but I think I turned the super chats option on. So I want you to know that all the money that we TVO collected in this live stream through super chats gonna go straight to Maison Chance, to their work. So first of all, since it's gonna go to Maison Chance, I want to quickly tell you first who they are. I think it's better if you read the whole story by yourself because it's a very inspiring story. But basically, they are an NGO that were founded in Ho Chi Minh City in 1993, so like a long time ago. However, like because it's an NGO and the founders actually like a Swiss person, so it's still quite small and need a lot of support at the moment. The reason it was founded was kind of nice story as well. Aline, I think is how her name is pronounced. Aline, she was a Swiss painter and she was traveling all over like Asia at that time in 93, which is quite impressive for me because I don't think it was that easy to travel in Asia at that time. In Vietnam in 93, there was like trains and bicycles, and it was like the roads weren't that good and it's difficult to get around, you know. So anyway, she was traveling and then she went to visit a mental asylum in Vietnam, and then she met this boy, and his story and his condition seemed to touch her heart, and she decided to just, you know, like take him in. And from that one meeting, from that one um, relationship with that one boy in Vietnam, she started this organization, and it's been like nearly 30 years now, and she's still running it. She's still supporting all the orphans and unfortunate children in Vietnam, and it's admiring what she's been doing in the past nearly 30 years, you know. So in a short summary, their mission is to provide accommodation, food, healthcare, education opportunities, and also vocational training to orphans, street children, and handicapped people in Vietnam. And that is the way they run is similar to Blue Dragon. That's why I wanted to support them, which is not just a one-time donation where like you give someone some money or you give someone some clothes for the winter or you give them some food, but this seemed to be a long-term support. That's why it sounds really nice to me. And yeah, so again, oh my god, we already got something. Thank you, XI. What's your name? I'd like to know your name. Thank you for the first contribution. I haven't even get to the good part yet, you know. I was gonna say this live stream is gonna be a little bit different from other ones. Normally when I raise money, last time when I raised money for Blue Dragon, you just contribute and that's it. But this time I want to say thank you as well. So in return, when you make a donation to Maison Chance, what you will get is I will email you personally the PDF file of everything that we learned today, which is 6 different ways to use the word ma, as well as some practice and exercise for you to do at home and answer keys as well. So during that, when you receive the PDF file of the lesson and the practice exercise, if you in the process of doing the work, if you need any support, if there's any part you don't understand, you can also email back, and then me or like someone else at TVO, we will help you to make sure that you understand this lesson perfectly, because this is a very difficult lesson that I'm gonna teach you. This is a lesson that's been requested for quite a few times, and you might notice that if you have recommended this topic and I haven't done anything about it, is because it's kind of a scary topic for me or for us at TVO to teach as well. There's no specific rules, there's no definite explanation. It's just a lot of like vague, a lot of like gray area there. So that's why you're gonna need a lot of help. I'm not trying to scare you before we start the lesson, but okay, let's try to see how it goes. Oh, hey, we got another donation. Thank you, Chi. Can I call you Chi? When you make the donation, can you please leave your email address as well? Or if you don't want to leave your email address, you can send email us to this email. I'm typing it now. Yeah, please send me an email to that. Oh, I actually didn't send it. Yeah, please send an email to that, or just it's easier to just leave your email address here if you don't mind it, and then I will email you all the materials and all the PDF file of this lesson after the live stream. Okay? So, are you ready? Are you ready for a very helpful but at the same time very challenging lesson? Yeah, I forgot that I'm not doing a live lesson, so I can't hear the yes. Just you can just type yes, you know. Let me switch you to the PowerPoint screen. There you go. Okay, so the lesson we are gonna do today, 6 different ways of using the word ma. Did you even know that there are 6 different ways to use it? Hi team. Yeah. So, I bet that you didn't know. I think you'll be scared if I tell you that 6 is not even the correct number, you know? There are actually more ways to use the word ma. But I decided to only focus on the 6 main ways. Why? Because some of the other ways are not commonly used at all. So instead of like confusing with all of the meanings, like focus on the most commonly used one would I think would be more helpful. And 2, the other meanings, like I can tell you the meaning, the function of it, but then in each different example, there are each different explanation as well, and the whole thing is just very unclear. So I picked out these 6 meanings myself, and I'm gonna focus on them only today. Okay? Yes, Ricky, difficult means interesting. I really like your attitude. With the attitude, like Vietnamese is not gonna be a problem for you. Okay, so before we start, can you tell me what meanings of the word ma that you already know? I think there are 2 meanings that most of you will know already, but let's see if I'm right. Hello, Mel. Long time no see. Well, no talk to. Hi, Eric. Hi, good question. I forgot to mention this. Yes, if you look at the description box of this video, you will see that I put there 2 links. The first link is about a program that they are running at the moment that I plan to talk to you more about later. So yeah, I will tell you about that later. The second link is the direct donation link. So you can go to that link, which is Maison Chance website, and then you can make a donation there as well. Okay, so but. Okay, so a lot of people know the meaning but, which I kind of suspected. Elliot, particle at the end of the sentence to emphasis. Okay, that is correct. But do you... so you are right about it is a final particle. The function to emphasis is not the best way to explain the meaning of that final particle. Relative clause. Nicola, thank you. Cảm ơn Nicola Lambert rất nhiều. We had another donation. This is very exciting. Thank you. Please leave your email address as well so I can send you a practice exercise for this later. Yeah, so relative clause, we have that one. But, that's 2. Final particle, that's 3. Okay. We have a Vietnamese person here, Hoàng Hồng Dương, and apparently she doesn't know why she's there. So if you're already here, Dương, you can join in by, think about how many meanings of the word ma that you know. I think it will be even more difficult for you as a native because, we speak and we don't think about the language. So let's see if you can contribute any other meanings. Thank you, Alex. How do you do that? How do you have that cute symbol dancing in the other side of your donation? It looks really funny. Thank you. Again, please leave me your email address or email info@tiengvietoi.com, okay? Mình đã nói về nó mà. Okay, so Chi-him is also, in that example that you said, it's also a final particle, right? So again, do you know actually how it is used as a final particle? Do you know the meaning, like when to use it? If you know, can you put it there? Tiếng Việt dễ mà, very good. That's another final particle. So you can see that it's used in as a final particle a lot, right? Okay, so seems like you have stopped at 3 meanings. Let's start then. The first meaning of the first way to use ma. So if you have watched my previous live streams, you probably know that the way I teach is that I don't want to just give you everything. I don't want to just tell you, okay, first meaning is this is how to do this, and there you have it. In TVO, we focus more, like, you might heard this phrase before, but student-centered, which means we don't just give everything to a student, but the students are the center of the classroom. They will do most of the work in the classroom. They will speak most of the time, and they work out the meanings of new vocabulary or new grammar by themselves. And we are, as teachers, we try to guide them and we try to help them to get to the point, to the goal of the lesson. So that's what I try to do in the live stream as well, even though it's a lot more difficult since I can't directly talk to you guys, but I'm going to try. So instead of me telling you the meaning, I'm going to give you 3 examples. I want you to read the examples, look at the word ma in that example, and try to work out what it means in those examples. Okay? You think you can do that? Here's the first one. Tôi muốn biết người mà anh nhắc tới trong cuộc họp. Tôi muốn biết người mà anh nhắc tới trong cuộc họp. Is there any new word for you here? I guess nhắc tới might be a new vocabulary. Nhắc tới is mention. Cuộc họp is a meeting. Cuộc họp. Tôi muốn biết người mà anh nhắc tới trong cuộc họp. Second example. Câu chuyện mà chị ấy kể rất cảm động. Câu chuyện mà chị ấy kể rất cảm động. Câu chuyện is a story. And cảm động is like touching or moving. So câu chuyện mà chị ấy kể rất cảm động. And third example. Căn hộ mà họ thuê rất đắt. Căn hộ mà họ thuê rất đắt. Căn hộ is apartment. Rất đắt, I guess you know already. Thuê to rent. So, look at these three examples. Tell me what you think mà means in these situations. YouTube is telling me that the streaming is not very smooth. So, are you guys having any problem? Okay, Chi and Steve, you both guessed correctly. In this situation, in the first meaning, in these three examples, mà is used as a relative pronoun, which is so basically similar to that in English. So yes, it's easy, right? Relative pronoun is used, excuse me, it's used like that. So again, can you look at the three examples and tell me how do you use mà as a relative pronoun? What would be the structure of the sentence? Thank you, Alec. Yeah, it's good to know that it's not having problem. Okay, so yeah, you can tell me how the structure is like. First, for example, first you have subject, and then you have something, and then you have something like verb, adjective, and something like that. So can you work it out yourself? We have another donation. Thank you, Vincent. Vincent, where are you? Anh sống ở đâu? Where do you live? I don't think I've seen that currency before. Let me guess. Huh. Yeah, I have never seen that currency before. I feel really happy because like among all the donations that we have received so far, there was Singaporean dollar, there was Hong Kong dollars, there was pounds, and then US dollars, and now the ZAR. So it means that like 5 donations come from 5 different countries. I mean, how exciting is that? People are literally watching this live stream from all over the world. That it makes me so happy. So thank you so much, Vincent. I will send you the file for this lesson later. Okay, wait a second. So no one, South Africa. Okay, cool. So that's South African currency. I learned something new today. But wait a minute, everyone. You all are not sending me the structure for this. Is it too difficult? If you don't know, I won't tell you, but I don't want to tell you, so I want you to try it first, okay? Yes, thank you. Oh, I forgot your name. I think you told me one. I'm just gonna call you Charles for now. Sorry. Yeah, so subject, and then mà, and then verb, and then adjective. Okay, let's see. So in order to use mà as a relative pronoun, here's the structure. It's similar, but I kept write it down in the most simple way that can be used in many different situations. Okay, so in order to use mà as a relative pronoun, you will have the noun and then mà and then the relative clause. Why the noun? Because when you use that in English, right? So you're using that to refer to something or someone that was mentioned before. This is the phone that I bought yesterday, right? So I have to, that here is referring to the phone. He's the one I love. So he's referring that he's the one that I love. So that is referring to he, right? Or this is a house that was built 200 years ago. So again, that is referring to the house. So you always, in order to use it as a relative pronoun, you always need a noun before that. In the three examples I gave you, the three nouns are người, câu chuyện, which is story, and căn hộ, which is apartment. Okay, so you have the noun and then mà, and then the relative clause. Relative clause is whatever the information that you want to add in for the noun that you mentioned. So it can be the person you mentioned. The story is very touching that she was telling, or the apartment that they rented. Okay. Yay! One more, one more donation. Thank you, kids. That's very generous. Thank you. And I love your emoji icon as well. This is a new thing. Last time I did live stream, it wasn't there. This makes things a lot more exciting. Okay, so that's the first meaning of mà, which is a meaning that a lot of you already guessed. Move to the second meaning. Again, I'm going to give you examples. Trời mưa mà tôi quên mang ô. Mang is to bring or to take something with you. Oh, Steve, is the connection is not very good? Wi-Fi shows full bar where I am right now, so I guess yeah, just have to wait for it to get better. Okay. I think I'm just gonna continue, but let me know if it's. Oh, a lot of people seem to have a problem. Is it any better now, guys? Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do, so I'm just gonna continue. If it's like stop completely or something, please let me know, okay? Em ăn rồi, Jack. Bây giờ là 9:30. It's 9:30 p.m. in Vietnam. It's late. Em ăn tối rồi. Okay, so trời mưa mà tôi quên mang ô. Mang is to again to bring or to take something with you. Quên is to forget. Anh ấy 40 tuổi mà trông như 20 tuổi. Anh ấy 40 tuổi mà trông is like to look, and you is like look like 20 years old. Third example, người đẹp mà xấu tính. Người đẹp mà xấu tính. Xấu tính is a very cool compound word. Xấu is ugly, right? As in appearance. Tính is personality. So when you put xấu and tính together, you have ugly personality, which is mean. Người đẹp mà xấu tính. So, again, your chance to do the work now. What do these mean? What does mà mean in these examples? Hello, Colin. I remember you from previous live stream. Anh Steve ơi, hôm nay Sam có ở đây không? Chị Sam có đang xem livestream không? Okay, anyone can guess the meaning? If you have any new words or any part of the example that you don't understand, you can tell me as well. Đúng rồi, Chi Minh Vincent. Well done. Mà ở đây có nghĩa giống nhưng. Mà here has the same meaning with the word nhưng. So, which is conjunction, but. Okay. Trời mưa mà tôi quên mang ô. It's raining but I forgot to bring my umbrella. Anh ấy 40 tuổi mà trông như 20 tuổi. He's 40 years old but he looks 20 years old. Người đẹp mà xấu tính. She's beautiful but she's mean. So everyone gets correctly. Well done. Okay, so now you have guessed the meaning correctly. Now you have to work out the structure. Okay, like the previous meaning. How do you use mà as a conjunction? Chị Sam có thể xem lại ngày mai. Sam can watch it again tomorrow. Yes, Indiana John. Yes, người đẹp is a beautiful person. So, người đẹp mà xấu tính là beautiful person but mean. Okay, can anyone guess? This is always the most awkward part in a live stream where like you make a question and then because the connection of the streaming speed is very slow and then you just have to sit there and wait and talking to yourself. Okay, so in order to use yeah Indiana John. Oh yeah, very well done, Tim. You explained very well. So you have clause 1, which is the first part, the first idea, and then mà, and then clause 2, the second idea, and clause 1 and clause 2 have to be opposite in meaning, has to be conflicting. Okay, pretty easy, just like using but in English. So second meaning is pretty easy, right? Any question? Let's move to meaning number 3. How many did you guess earlier? You guessed 3 earlier, right? One of them is final particle. And that meaning I put at number 6. So basically, the next 3 meanings are the 3 meanings that none of you seem to know about. Let's see if you can work it out. The last 2 is easy because you kind of know those already. Okay. Tôi mà biết phim này chán thế thì tôi đã không xem. Tôi mà biết phim này chán thế thì tôi đã không xem. I can't translate it for you because if I translate the sentence, you will know what it means. But I don't think there's any new words in here for most of you. Biết phim này chán thế. No, this movie is so boring. Tôi đã không xem. I wouldn't have watched it. Anh mà có thời gian thì anh đã làm. Thời gian time. Anh đã làm. Có thời gian have time. Anh đã làm. I would have done it. Tôi mà là nó thì tôi sẽ không làm như thế. Tôi là nó. I am him or her. Thì tôi sẽ không làm như thế. I wouldn't do that. So let's see. Can you guess the function of mà in these 3 sentences? She has one guess already. I kind of want to wait for more answers, for more guesses before I tell you if that guess is correct or not. Okay. So we got 2 guesses already and both are correct. So mà, third meaning of mà is used as a conditional sentence. And basically it can be translated to nếu in English. Okay? Conditional if. Okay? So again, to use it as if, what would be the structure? Yes, very good. To translate the 3 sentences again, if I knew this movie was so boring, I wouldn't have watched it. If I had time, I would have done it. If I were him, I wouldn't do so. Okay, so now, how do you use it as if? It's a bit confusing to use it as if because in English you put if at the beginning, right? And if to translate directly to Vietnamese is nếu. And when you use nếu in Vietnamese, you also put it at the beginning. However, mà is not put at the beginning, so it will take you some time and some practice to kind of work out the order in your head when you want to make a sentence like this. As you can see from these 3 examples, the first part of the sentence will be tôi and anh and tôi, which is subject, right? And then you will have mà. And then you will have, yeah, very good, mà nên để ở phía sau subject. So, again, I write everything in a simplified version, so it's easier to remember, right? So Steve, what you said is correct, that you have subject and ma and object and something else. However, I'm just, because everyone know how to make a conditional clause, so I'm just gonna focus on where ma is, okay? So ma would goes after the subject and before the conditional clause, okay? Hello, Jonathan. Welcome. Okay, so that's 3 meanings of the word ma, and those are the 3 easy meanings. The 3 more difficult ones is in the second part. Pronoun ma. Yes, well done, Nicola. I didn't put in here, but very well noticed. You normally would have thì in conditional sentences in Vietnamese. So the normal structure is nếu and then thì, right? But here we don't have nếu anymore, but we still have thì. However, in both situations, either if you use mà or if you use nếu, thì is optional, so you can skip it. You can say, tôi mà biết phim này chán thế, tôi đã không xem. Anh mà có thời gian, anh đã làm. Tôi mà là nó, tôi sẽ không làm như thế. So thì is completely optional. Okay? So we have gone halfway. 45 minutes. I want to take a quick break. And as I promised earlier, I want to quickly tell you about a program, a really cool program that Maison Chance is running. This is a very weird, kind of scary in a way, coincidence that a few weeks ago, when I was already talking to them, and they sent me this file about program that they're running and asked me to look at it and see if I can like help mention it. And I kind of let that file there unread for a long time because it was too far away from the live stream, so I was like, it's better if I read it closer to the date, so I remember it. So I didn't read it at all. No, I had no idea what it was about. And then just a couple of weeks ago, I was driving to work, and then it was kept. I was thinking about this because I was watching this series and it mentioned like adoption and stuff, and I was thinking it would be really cool if like you do charity, but not in the term of like donating money or giving them food or clothes and that's it, which is short term. It'd be really cool if you just kept like adopt a kid, not in the term that like you would own the paperwork and then you take the kid in to live with you and then as your son or daughter, because it's a big commitment, not everyone can do it. But adopting a kid, as I was thinking at that time, is like you sponsor the kid and you help them, like you pay for their education, like you can take them like for a day out and then you talk to them and then you share with them like their difficulties and their emotion and all the challenges that they are going through. So it's like I don't even know if there's a word for like a foster parent or like a guardian. So I was just thinking that, and when I was driving to work, and I was like, definitely there must be some organization doing this already that I just don't know of. And then a week later, I was preparing for this live stream, and I finally opened that file that they sent to me, And that exactly the program that they were talking about. It's called collective sponsorship program. You can see the link in the description box. And basically, it's exactly like what I was thinking, which is why it was scary. But you can create a real relationship, a long-term relationship, like and a connection between you and the children, you know. And you don't just support them financially, but also emotionally. So that is something that I think is a lot more special than, you know, just finance. So apparently the program that they are running is with $12 a month. You can cap sponsor like undertake one kid or one or the whole class. And from your donation, 80% of that will be used for their tuition fee, 10% for medical costs, and 10% for clothing. And apparently they do things like they will send you updates about how the kid is doing. I guess it's difficult if you don't live in Vietnam, but if you live in Vietnam, you can visit the kid. Or when COVID is over, you can fly over and then you can meet them, you can meet the whole class, you can spend time with them and things like that. So I think it's something that can be quite rewarding when you do. So yay, cảm ơn anh Steve. Cảm ơn vì đã ủng hộ cho Maison Chance. I got your email already, so yeah, you don't need to send me that anymore. I will just note it down. Vincent, like a Big Brother program. Yes, it sounds like that, right? I actually, um, I don't know that much about charity, but yeah, I knew that I wasn't the one that just came up with the idea. It's just so weird that I was thinking about it, and then the next week, like it's basically what all the information they sent me kind of give me like um um what's the word, goosebumps. Yeah. Okay, so again, if you want to read more information about the program, you can click on the link that I've already put at the description box. Okay, so now let's go back to our lesson. The fourth way to use mà. Again, 3 examples. Anh nên tìm việc mà làm, đừng ở nhà chơi game cả ngày như vậy. Anh nên tìm việc mà làm. Tìm việc, find a job, làm, do. Đừng ở nhà chơi game cả ngày như vậy. Don't stay at home playing games the whole day like that. Đau chân nhưng tôi vẫn phải cố mà đi, nếu không sẽ muộn. My legs are aching, but tôi vẫn phải cố, I still have to try. Mà đi to go, nếu không sẽ muộn. Otherwise, I will be late. Để em nói cho mà hiểu. Let me tell you. Hiểu is to understand. Okay. What does mà mean in these 3 examples? Eric, the pay gate excuse me, the pay gate at Maison Chance not show up. Where did you click? Philip, maybe you can help me to send the link again for the direct donation page. The last time I clicked on it, like it come up with like make a donation, so you can just click on that. Thank you. Jim, you finally give up, huh? This one is difficult. So Vincent, your guess is 4. Okay. Any other guess? Don't afraid to be wrong, you know. Be wrong is how you learn, so. So, David, so. Nicola, 2. Should, to attend, to receive. So this is the most varied guesses that we have had since I started the lesson. There are so many different guesses here. Some of you are correct, some of you are very close. Okay, so Nicola, you said 2. That's very close. Tim, you said D. That is also correct. So basically, 2 and D, or even so, David, it is to refer to what do you think? When do you put so or to or in order to before in a sentence because you want to show a yeah, I can't do this finish my sentence thing because the speed is different. Yes, so when you use so or to or in order to, the part after that will be the purpose, right? So fourth meaning of mà is to display a purpose. Anh nên tìm việc mà làm. You should find a job to do. The purpose of finding a job is to do. My legs are aching, but I still have to try to go in order to go. Let me tell you so you understand. Để em nói, let me tell you, cho mà hiểu, so you understand. So hiểu and đi and làm, all these verbs are the purpose, right? So again, what do you put? What would be the structure in order to use mà to display a purpose? I did. I haven't seen any guess, but I just clicked that on by accident. So there you go. This is a structure in order to use mà as a purpose. So you have the verb or the verb phrase, so like a clause, and then you use mà, and then you put mà before a verb. Okay, so mà has to go before a verb. The verb will be the purpose, and then whatever before that, the verb phrase before that will be the thing that you do in order to get that purpose. Okay, the verb here in these examples is hiểu, đi, and làm. Any questions? Normally, when I do this kind of lessons, normally I would give you some time to make an example on your own, and then I would correct the examples, the sentences for you to see if you understand it or not. But since today there are 6 meanings to cover, I don't think we have time. But so I'm not gonna stop and wait for you all to make an example. But if you can make a sentence, if you want to test your understanding and make a sentence, just send it in the chat for me, and I will read it and I will explain it or like correct it for you. Also, as I said before, there will be more chances for you to practice to check your understanding when if you make a donation and you receive the exercise after this live stream, then you can do it at home. and I will correct it through email for you, so that will be another exercise for you to practice. Yeah, that's correct, team. Perfect. Okay, so that's the fourth ways to use mà. Number 5. Here are the 3 examples. Ai nói gì mà làm em buồn thế? Ai nói gì? Who said what? Làm em buồn thế? Make you so sad. This doesn't sound very natural translating to English, but it is a very natural expression in Vietnamese. It's like if I translate it naturally, I would say, did someone say something? Cứ nghĩ về chuyện đó mà bực mình. Cứ nghĩ về chuyện đó. Just think about that thing. So chuyện is a very handy word because chuyện can have so many meanings. On its own, it can be like a story. But when you say chuyện đó, like about that thing, that event, that situation, that story, anything. Cứ nghĩ về chuyện đó mà bực mình là annoyed. Bực cả mình. Did you? Oh, no, I did a video on giật cả mình. Bực cả mình is so annoyed, I'm so pissed off. Nhờ thân thiện mà cô ấy được mọi người quý mến. Nhờ. So nhờ, you probably know nhờ as in asking someone to do something for you. However, when you put nhờ at the beginning of a sentence, then it means thanks to. So nhờ em mà anh mua được cái này, nhờ em, thanks to you. So nhờ thân thiện, thanks to being friendly, cô ấy được mọi người quý mến. She is loved by everyone. Quý mến, you might wonder why it's not thích as in liked, or why is it not yêu as in loved. Cô ấy được mọi người yêu, or cô ấy được mọi người thích. Yes, thích or yêu would make sense, but quý mến is more natural in this situation because you don't actually have this in English. But quý is like when you love someone as a friend. So you don't, let's say, if I'm thinking about my cousin, I don't say em yêu em ấy because yêu is really strong in Vietnamese. You only use yêu when you talk about your lover, your boyfriend, your husband, your girlfriend, your family, your country, big things like that, you know. And thích is like if I say em thích em ấy, thích has a meaning of like I have feeling for him or for her, or I have a crush on someone. So Vietnamese people use thích that way. And quý is a word used only for when you love someone as a friend or as a family member. Yeah, so nhờ thân thiện mà cô ấy được mọi người quý mến. So, cause, the reasons of something. Mà as an effect, cause as a result. Okay, well done everyone. All your guesses are very good. So basically, all your guesses are correct. I'm just gonna rephrase it a bit, okay? So mà, fifth meaning is to display a result. Earlier you have display a purpose, right? And here display a result. So again, now it's time for you to guess the structure. And I'm gonna say again, if you want to make like challenge yourself and make a full sentence on your own using mà with one of these meanings, like just send it in the chat and I will correct it for you, okay? everyone always seems so quiet when it gets to the structure part. Do some. Oh, actually, I think Vincent already sent the structure earlier. Well done. You have do something, and then ma, and then the effect. Let's see. You are basically right. So you would have the cause, and then ma, and then the result or the effect, right? So in these situations, the cause is someone say something, and the result is making you sad. The cause in the second example, thinking about it, result make me annoyed. The cause being friendly, and the result she's loved by everyone. Pretty straightforward, huh? Đúng rồi chị Him. Một hành động nào đó, some action, and then mà, and then một kết quả. Good job. Okay, so that's 5 ways so far. Do you think you still have energy and you still have free space in your head to process the last meaning? Bỏ tay à, anh Steve. Okay. Last meaning, last way to use la is also the way that some of you, I can't remember who, but some of you already mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, which is, do you remember? Let's just start, try again. I'm still gonna give you the examples. Tôi đã nói chủ nhật này tôi không rảnh mà. Đi chơi với em đi mà. Anh không gặp em được là vì anh phải làm việc muộn mà. Ok. Tôi đã nói là chủ nhật này tôi không rảnh mà. I told you that this Sunday I'm not gonna be free. Đi chơi với em đi mà. Go out with me or hang out with me. Anh không gặp em được là vì anh phải làm việc muộn mà. I can't see you because I have to work late. So I think you all remember that it's easy to get that ma in these 3 examples are used as a final particle. The main question here is, what is the function of this final particle? What is it used for, and when do you use it? I'll give you a minute to think about it. Ciao, Benjamin. You join a bit late. We are just covering the last meaning of the word man now. But yeah, you can always watch the whole live stream later. So, Colin, you think it's to emphasis. Okay. Emphasis on what? That's a difficult question. These 3 examples, the final particle can be used in so many different ways for many different functions. These 3 examples, I put math for 3 different meanings of the final particle for 3 different purposes. So you can just read the first example, try to work out what it means in the first one, and the second, try to work out what it means, and the third one. Nhấn mạnh hành động lúc nãy đã nhắc tới. Similar to twice. I think you made a typo there, Vincent. I don't actually know what twice is. Maybe toy? Emphasis the statement you just made. Okay. Emphasis the last word. Hi, Janice. You still remember, you just missed most of it, but you're still here. Emphasis on dành, đi việc muộn. Okay. Harris, Talk, is that you? Ciao, Talk. Hi, good to see you. It's been a long time. Okay, so in these examples would used as a final particle, and the function of this final particle is one, to someone you said this correctly, to emphasize on your previous statement. In this one, like I told you already that I'm not free, so your emphasis on something you just said, right, or you already said. You will hear, I'm gonna teach you this one phrase that like it used so commonly and kind of very satisfying when you get to say as well. Đã bảo rồi mà. Đã bảo rồi mà. So I'm gonna type it in the chat. Đã bảo rồi mà. Đã bảo rồi mà. The reason why I said it's so satisfying to you when you get to say this is because it's translated to I told you so. Told ya in English. So again, mà here as a final particle is emphasis on something you already said before, right? So that's the first meaning for this final particle. The second meaning is, yes, Tim, you say to nhấn mạnh, đi, to ask or to beg someone to hang out with you. So in this situation, the final particle is used to convince someone to do something. Okay? Đi chơi với em đi mà. Hang out with me. Like, imagine when you just like, please, something like that. A few other examples you can say, cho tớ vay 200 đi mà. Can I borrow 200,000? Or cho em một miếng đi mà. Can I try? Can I have one piece of your pizza? Or you can say mọi người ơi, đặt câu đi mà. Like make an example, like go make an example. I'm trying to convince you to make an example so I can correct it. Or mọi người ơi, like purchase super chat for Maison Chance đi mà. Like I'm trying to convince you to do something, right? So normally mà in this situation goes with đi, okay? And the third one is to explain. Final particle here to explain. Anh không gặp em được là vì anh phải làm việc muộn mà. I can't see you because I have to work late. You're trying to explain something. If you go somewhere really busy and there's no more parking space and you have to leave your bike on the road or something, and then the security come and then tell you off, right? You can say hết chỗ rồi mà. Like there's no more space on the pavement. So again, you're explaining hết chỗ rồi mà. Okay, so this is the meaning number 6. But actually, in this meaning number 6, there are like 3 other meanings, right? So that's why I said that ma is a very, very complicated word to learn. And it's used in so many different ways. And remember, if you join late and you missed the first half of the live stream, remember that that 6 is not the correct number. Okay, ma has more meanings, more functions than 6, but these 6 are the most common ones. Okay, so I don't think I need to ask you to work out the structure for this one. Final particle means it stays at the end of a sentence. So let's wrap up the whole lesson. So far you have learned 6 different meanings of the word ma. I should have made like a wrap up slide for the PowerPoint, but I forgot. Okay, 6 meanings. Number 1, ma is used as a relative pronoun, so it's similar to that in English. Okay. Number 2, ma is used as a conjunction between phrases with opposite meanings, so basically similar to but in English. Number 3, ma is used as a conditional, similar to if in English. However, for number 3, I forgot to mention earlier, you only use this in you only use ma as if in the situations where something is not real in the past. Okay, let's go back to that slide. Okay, something is not real in the past. If I knew this movie was so boring, I wouldn't have watched it. If I had time, I would have done it. If I were him, I wouldn't do that. So again, only when it's not real. You don't say, if it rains tomorrow, I will go to... Actually, ngày mai mai mà mưa thì mình sẽ đi chơi. Mình sẽ ở nhà. Excuse me, just forget everything I just said and you can use it for all the situations of if as well. Sorry. Okay, so that's meaning number 3. Number 4, ma is used to display a purpose, so similar to you should do something in order to or to a purpose. Number 5, ma is used to display a result, so you will have the cause and then ma and then the result. And number 6, the last one, ma is used as a final particle, and in this number 6, this final particle can be used in 3 different ways, either to emphasize something that you already mentioned, already said, or used to convince someone to do something, or used to explain something. Okay? Are you following? Hello, Ezio from Brazil. Hi. Janus, đùa thôi mà. Good example, đùa thôi mà is what do you think? Yes, Vincent is a magic word. So everyone, Janus made an example, đùa thôi mà. I'm gonna test you in that. Oh wow, we have a new, just nearly the end, and we still have a new donation. Thank you, Dean. Oh, you joined too late. Yeah, I didn't see your name before. Thank you. So again, I don't know if you missed it, but you probably, oh yeah, you can see on the screen. I will send you all the files that I use in this live stream, including all the theory and the practice exercise for this lesson. So just leave your email and I will send it maybe tomorrow, okay? Yes, so back to the example that Janus said earlier. I want you to look at that and tell me the function of ma in that sentence. Đùa thôi mà, just joking. Đùa thôi mà, what does it mean? Anyone? I'll give you a minute to think. I'm gonna go get some more water, and when I get back, I hope to see a lot of guesses. Để nhấn mạnh thì emphasizing is a joke. Try to think about what I just said about different ways to use ma as a final particle. There are three meanings that ma can deliver as a final particle, right? Which one is it? Emphasize is not wrong, but not one of the meanings that I just mentioned. Yes, Janus, it's number 6, but what part of number 6 is it? Is it to convince? Is it to explain? Is it to emphasize on something that you said before? Làm một bài học về từ luôn sớm đi mà. Steve, that's a very good example. Okay, em sẽ nghĩ, I will think about it. I will think about the idea in the script. Hey, we have another currency. So let's see. We have Singapore, we have Hong Kong, we have English, we have British, we have what was that? US, we have South African, and now we have Japanese. I think this is the most multicultural live stream I have ever done. I feel so good. Để giải thích, very good, well done guys. That is to explain, right? You say just joking when someone is get annoyed at the joke that you made, right? So you say, oh, I'm just joking, right? So you are explaining it's just a joke, no big deal, don't take it too seriously. Well done. Okay, so as I said, the people who donate will receive like 4-page file to practice at home, but doesn't mean that people who don't donate don't get to practice, you know. So I still have prepared some short sentences for you to practice here. So there you go. I'm gonna give you a few sentences. What I want you to do is to tell me where can you put the word ma in these sentences. Okay? So the first one, chị đói quá. I'm so hungry. Trong nhà không có đồ ăn. Trong nhà không có đồ ăn. There's no food at home. So where would you put ma in this sentence? Oh, also Mel. Yeah, make sure you, Mel and Dean, make sure you leave your email address with me, either here or you can send an email to our email address. Okay, I know that Dean joined late, so I'm gonna send it again here. Everyone else, can you please think about this? The sentence, the practice. Well done. Chị đói quá mà trong nhà không có đồ ăn. I'm so hungry, but there's no food at home. Chị đói quá mà trong nhà không có đồ ăn. Well done to him. Okay, second one. So this one is used at but, right? Cậu đến sớm hơn một tí là gặp bạn trai của tớ rồi. Cậu đến sớm hơn một tí là gặp bạn trai của tớ rồi. Cậu, tớ, set of pronouns for friends. Đến sớm hơn một tí, come a little bit earlier, gặp bạn trai của tớ rồi. Meet my boyfriend. So you come, I almost said it. You arrive a little bit earlier. Meet my boyfriend. Winky and Vincent and Ricky and Steven. You all, so after what? Yes, you all did it correctly. Well done. Mà after quá. This one's a little bit more difficult. Is the connection really slow or is it too difficult? Because you've been quiet for quite a while now. Okay. Well done, Tuck. Tuck, your Vietnamese is always so good. It's not fair for other people. Cậu mà đến sớm hơn một tí là gặp bạn trai tớ rồi. Very good. Janus, you also did it correctly. So, cậu mà đến sớm hơn một tí là gặp bạn trai của tớ rồi. Very good. So, if you came a little bit earlier, you would have met my boyfriend. Okay? Ở phía sau cậu. Well done. Okay, next one. Em ơi, ra xem ai đang chờ ở ngoài cửa này. Em ơi, don't need to translate this. Ra xem ai đang chờ ở ngoài cửa này. Go, see who is waiting at the door. This one is difficult. I have to warn you, this one is difficult. Han Yu was the previous one too khó quá. It's okay, không sao. This is only the first lesson that you have on this. With practice, you will be able to master it. Em ơi, go and see who is waiting at the door. Where would you put mà? No, in this example, mà is not used as a final particle. It wouldn't be convincing, right? Like the person who is speaking is not trying to convince the other person to go to see a door. It's just like, hey, come and look. It's not explaining and it's not emphasizing on something that they just said either. I know that this one is difficult. Em ơi. Quyền Vương, or is it Quyên Vương, or is it Should I call you Quyền or Vương? Anyway, yes, you can answer. Ở phía sau này. Không phải, anh Steve, không phải, Janus. It's not a final particle. Between Sam and I, Winky, you're closer. It's very close, but it's not there. Okay, so think about it. It's not a final particle, right? Does it display a result? There's no result here. There's no way to use it as a relative pronoun either. It's not a conditional. Biết chết liền. Yes. Love season. Love season, guess it correctly. Em ơi, ra mà xem ai đang chờ. So, when ma is put before a verb, do you remember? Ma put before a verb, it is to display a purpose, right? So, go to see is similar, translate to in English. So, go out to see who is waiting at the door. It's a purpose. Ra mà xem ai đang chờ ngoài cửa này. So only one person guessed it correctly. So this is a very tough one. Yeah, but again, I know that it's difficult. So it's not a surprise. If you couldn't do it, don't worry. Even I have to admit that this one is really tough. Okay, next one. Lan à, ngày mai đi chợ Đồng Xuân nhé. Tớ bảo cậu hôm qua rồi, ngày mai tớ bận. Chú Look ơi, chú nói đúng rồi. Ra mà xem. Well done. So Lana, tomorrow, wanna go to chợ Đồng Xuân tomorrow, Đồng Xuân Market. Tớ bảo cậu hôm qua rồi. I told you yesterday. Ngày mai tớ bận. Tomorrow I'm busy. This one should be easy. Should be very easy. Lana, wanna go to chợ Đồng Xuân tomorrow? I told you yesterday. I'm busy tomorrow. Ngày mai tớ bận mà. Anyone else with any other answers? Hi, I'm starting to receive emails from people who made the donation. Yes, I will. Thank you for sending it. I will send you tomorrow, if that's okay. Ngày mai tớ bận mà. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else has any other guess? Okay, Han Yu, well done after rồi. So, the reason why I didn't correct Chi him right away is because you can put it, there are two options to put it in this sentence. You can either say, tớ bảo cậu hôm qua rồi mà, which means as a final particle, emphasize on something you already said, right? Or you can use it as a final particle in the second sentence. Ngày mai tớ bận mà. So in this case, it will be explaining. I'm busy tomorrow. So explaining why you can't go tomorrow. Okay? And I think this should be the last one. Oh no, this is the second to last. Vì tắc đường, tôi đi làm muộn. Because of traffic jam, tôi đi làm muộn. I go to work late. Vì tắc đường, tôi đi làm muộn. Where would you put it? Hi Dean, I just received your email address as well. Thank you. Good. So in this case, mà is put after tắc đường and before tôi. Vì tắc đường mà tôi đi làm muộn. So which meaning is this? It's number... I actually can't remember what number it is. It's number 5. Display a result. Because of the traffic jam, I go to work late. Okay? And now this is the last sentence. Anh sẽ mua cho em quyển sách em thích. Anh sẽ mua cho em quyển sách em thích. I will buy you quyển sách, the book, em thích, you like. This is actually the easiest one, but I decided to put at the end because I want to end the lesson in like an easy note, like to keep you motivated, you know. I want to end it in a example so difficult that you never want to look at this word again. Okay, so where would you put mà in this sentence? Well done everyone earlier for answering correctly earlier. Han you? Sách mà em thích. So which meaning is this? Do you remember? Well done. Is number 1, the first meaning that we learned. Such fast typos. Yeah, you don't... yeah, some people are faster, but again, you can always watch this again and take your time, pause at the bit that you want to, and then take your time to answer each question on your own pace. Okay, so yes, this is the first meaning of mà, which is relative pronoun, similar to that. I will buy you the book that you like. Okay, mà em thích. Very good, everyone. Well done. Yes, that's the end. So, you have learned 6 different meanings of mà. Again, I know that it's a difficult lesson, and I know for a fact that this will happen. You will see the next time you see mà somewhere, or you hear someone use the word mà, you would be like, oh, I recognize that word, and then you try to put it like in one of the 6 meanings that you just learned in the live stream, and most of the time you'll be able to say, oh, they use it that meaning. But occasionally there will be times when you hear it and then you put it in the 6 meanings that you just learned. It doesn't fit any. So when that happens, don't think that it's because you didn't learn it correctly, or don't think that I didn't teach it correctly. The reason is that, again, ma has so many different meanings, and this is not everything. And it's even myself, I find impossible to explain everything about how to use this word. And I honestly, I don't think it's possible for anyone to do it. They're just a lot like vague and weird ways to use this one. So the best way to do it is to learn these 6 meanings, and it will cover you like maybe 80 or 90%. And then the rest of the time you just have to try to copy what the locals say, and then you will have an idea of when to use it and when not to use it. Okay, so again, as I always said, practice makes perfect. And we have I thank you, Colin, for your last donation. I was gonna end this session and then you send the donation, and I feel I just have to, if I just keep talking and do not end this, I might receive more donation for Maison Chance. So thank you, and thank you for contributing the donation in yet another currency. CA is, I'm not sure. I never realized that my knowledge about currency is so bad. Oh, Canadian, yes. Hi, thank you. So that's the 7th currency that we received this live stream. Okay. So yes, Colin, send me your email address as well. Okay. So yeah, so that's all I want to say. Do not give up. I always try to give my students the attitude, stay positive, do not give up, and then eventually you will be able to do it. Okay. Practice makes perfect. And Philip, it's 20 to 11. I gotta go to bed. I would carry on talking if I can, but I don't think I can. Okay. So again, thank you everyone for joining my live stream today. It's good to be live again, and it's good to see so many of you. Like, I was gonna say see many of the familiar faces, but now it should be see many of the familiar names, and it's exciting to see some new people as well. So I will end this here, and I hope to see you on in my next live stream. I don't know when that will be, but I will keep you updated. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna end this so Han, you can go back and focus in the class. Hope you don't get caught by the teacher. Ok. Cảm ơn mọi người rất nhiều. Hy vọng là mọi người khỏe và an toàn ở nước của mọi người. I hope you're all healthy and safe where you are. So, chúc mọi người ngủ ngon. Good night, and I'll see you very soon. If not in a live stream, that will be in a video. Okay? Chào mọi người. Bye. Okay, now I just have to figure out how to stop the live stream. Okay, bye.